Okay, imagine this. It's a cold Monday morning in Addis Ababa, but way below the city, like 300 meters down.
Right.
In this super secure chamber, quantum level encryption, the works.
Shielded against, well, pretty much anything.
Exactly. And inside, you've got 13 of Africa's top legal minds gathered. This isn't just, any old courtroom.
No, definitely not. This is day one.
Yeah.
The One Africa Supreme Court.
And today, we're doing a deep dive into their very first case. And it's a big one, a high-stakes diplomatic trial.
Yeah, and our mission here really is to unpack the power of this new court, which is, frankly, unprecedented. We'll look at the case itself, this explosive first one.
And the different legal ideas clashing behind those doors.
Exactly. The judicial philosophies and what it all means, the implications for, well, governance across the whole continent.
Yeah.
We want you to walk away really getting it.
So let's set the stage a bit. This court, it's the supreme judicial organ of One Africa.
Right. Set up under Article 5 of the Pan-African Unity Framework, which, interestingly, got a secret revision just last year.
And the power level here is just staggering. We're talking power above presidents.
Power above parliaments.
Power above borders. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a massive assertion of authority.
It absolutely is. And the central question they're tackling, it's definitely a heavy one.
Okay, what is it?
It's basically this. Did a certain Southern African government, and note the phrasing there, acting through its head of state, violate continental unity and commit mass disenfranchisement against its own population?
Wow.
And did this directly conflict with the Afro Charter of Dignity?
The Afro Charter of Dignity, which our sources are calling the new Bible of Pan-African governance.
Yeah, that's the phrase going around.
So for you listening, think of the Afro Charter as like the continent's new rule book. Fundamental rights, democratic principles, this commitment to unity.
It lays it all out.
Yeah.
And violating it, that's not true.
Not at all. We're talking serious consequences, sanctions, maybe arrest warrants.
Or even getting totally cut off from continental participation. Think losing access to AfroOld.
The digital currency system, yeah.
Or the AfroNet data grids.
Communications, data.
And even the One Africa Army protection. So
Yeah.
this isn't just about one country messing up.
No, it's setting a precedent, right. This could change everything about accountability on the continent.
Absolutely. And, already behind those closed doors, the judges are apparently quite divided on how to even approach this thing.
Divided how?
Well, our sources say there are basically 3 distinct legal frameworks being debated. Each one reflects a really different vision for what African justice should look like.
Okay, interesting. What are they?
So first, there's something called the Ubuntu Restoration Doctrine, or URD.
Ubuntu Restoration.
Yeah, it's deeply rooted in traditional African justice ideas. The focus is really on restoration, on healing, much more than punishment.
Right.
Judges from West Africa, like Justice Ndi from Senegal, are apparently championing this. They're talking about truth, reparations, bringing people back together, repairing the social fabric,
So reconciliation over retribution. Makes sense. What's the second one?
That's the Afro-Criminal Accountability Protocol, ACAP.
ACAP. Sounds a bit more intense.
It is. It's much more punitive. Think something like the International Criminal Court, the ICC,
Yeah.
but adapted specifically for the African historical context. Jurists from East Africa, someone like Justice Kemboy of Kenya, they're pushing this hard. They apparently feel this case is just too serious for, leniency. They want strict accountability, penalties.
It's almost like a fork in the road. Heal or punish. Is there a middle ground? What's the third way?
Well, the third option is the Continental Reconciliation Compact, or CRC.
Okay.
This one's more of a hybrid. It seems designed specifically for these kinds of high-profile cases involving leaders. It actually offers a path to immunity, but
Oh, there's always a but.
always. Only if there's a full confession and a really clear plan for systemic reform is made public. Southern Africa's own Justice Mafa is a big supporter of this. There's this great quote attributed to him: "We are not here to win headlines. We're here to save Africa from itself." It's about finding a practical fix, balancing justice with, well, stability.
That's quite pragmatic, actually, balancing the scales. But our sources also mention whispers, right? Secret talks about something else. Code Omega.
Yes, Code Omega. And what's really intriguing, maybe a little chilling about Code Omega, is, well, nobody outside that room seems to know what it actually is.
Really? Nothing.
Just that it requires unanimous consent from all 13 judges.
Wow. Unanimous.
And whatever outcome it produces, it gets sealed. For 99 years.
99 years. Good grief. That raises a huge question, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Are they prepping for a verdict that's just so politically explosive, so sensitive that it literally can't see the light of day for almost a century? It feels like some kind of, I don't know, strategic emergency brake.
A way to handle something truly off the charts. And speaking of unprecedented, while the country's name is officially off the record, for continental security,
Yeah, right.
all the signs, all the whispers, they point pretty clearly to one place, don't they? You've probably guessed it already. Zimbabwe.
It seems almost certain, yes. Zimbabwe. A nation with, let's be honest, a long and troubled history when it comes to elections and irregularities. And while there's no official confirmation, insiders, including this shadowy figure they're calling Chairman Shadow, are saying the digital evidence submitted. It's just staggering.
They stagger.
Over 6,000 pages. We're talking detailed satellite surveillance of alleged voter suppression ops, leaked bank transfers that might link to vote buying, even voice recordings, officials apparently threatening judges. It's a very granular digital picture being painted.
And then there's that rumored document, the Form V11X.
Yes, the election form supposedly shows massive discrepancies, numbers that just don't add up, identical to what some military whistleblowers apparently exposed before.
Plus, that sealed box, hand-delivered by AU Army personnel, containing, reportedly, proof that could collapse an entire political system.
I mean, the sheer amount and type of evidence here suggests a whole new level of forensic accountability is possible now.
Definitely.
And the mystery around that box, who sent it? Was it some powerful military group pushing for reform? Rogue AU insiders, maybe even someone within Zimbabwe's own system. It just highlights the intense political currents around this court.
Yeah, the pressure must be immense. They have to look impartial, credible under this kind of spotlight.
Absolutely.
And here's where it really gets fundamental. The ground shifts. And probably why presidents all over Africa are suddenly paying very close attention.
You mean the immunity issue?
Exactly. Leaders can now be summoned. The One Africa Legal Treaty 2025, it specifically removed that clause protecting sitting heads of state from prosecution, at least in cases of continental violations.
That is monumental. It's a game changer. It means if the evidence holds up, this court could actually issue an arrest warrant for a sitting president.
Or freeze their assets continent-wide.
Yeah. There was that quote from a North African diplomat, whispered apparently, but it says so much. This court is not just a court, it's a silent guillotine.
Oof, a silent guillotine. That's chilling. It really captures the feeling, doesn't it?
It does, the potential power shift.
And you can already see the ripples, right?
Yep.
Diplomats are scrambling, emergency meetings in Lusaka, Harar, probably everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Advisors reportedly reviewing travel schedules, deleting old phone logs.
Even reaching out to former rivals, looking for unlikely allies.
Because if Zimbabwe goes first, the question every leader has to be asking is, am I next?
Who is next, exactly. Which brings us to the person leading this judicial storm, Chief Justice Haile of Ethiopia.
Ah, yes. Quite a figure. Apparently the continent's youngest female constitutional scholar.
Known for being incredibly sharp, legally speaking.
Yeah.
And she has this habit, apparently, of quoting African proverbs in court.
Right. And she can just dismantle complex arguments very quietly, very precisely.
She opened the first session with some pretty powerful words. She said, there are those who will accuse us of disunity, but true unity is not silence. It is accountability.
Setting the tone right there.
And she's not alone. She's got this core group of influential, reform-minded judges backing her up.
Right, like Justice Kamar from Sierra Leone, former rebel, now a respected legal philosopher.
Justice Tonga from Cameroon, expert in war crimes law.
And Justice Menzi from South Africa, who's just rumored, to have ties to that powerful military faction pushing for more transparency.
So it seems like their collective mission is pretty clear. Prove that Africa can police itself, deliver justice effectively, independently.
Exactly. And the timing, you have to admit, is critical. AFRIL is rolling out, AFRINET is live, the One Africa Army is active.
Yeah, the whole infrastructure is coming online.
This court is landing right in the middle of this huge moment of continental integration. It's not happening in a vacuum.
Absolutely not. And what's the reaction been like across the continent?
Oh, it's buzzing. Lagos, Lilongwe, everywhere. Social media is apparently on fire. One Africa court trending in like 38 countries.
Wow.
You see lots of citizens celebrating, finally, no more hiding behind flags, bring the corrupt leaders to justice, that kind of thing.
But surely there are concerns, too.
Oh, definitely. Understandable concerns. People asking, okay, but who decides what's actually legal at this level? Could this power be misused? Valid questions.
And the international players, what are they saying?
Well, the EU put out a statement, cautiously positive, praising the initiative, but also urging respect for national processes.
Diplomatic speak.
Standard. China. Russia.
Predictably silent.
For now.
And the U.S.
There was a report of an official muttering something like, if they can charge presidents now, we're dealing with a different Africa.
Huh. Tells you something, doesn't it? This court really does feel like a new, more assertive chapter for the continent.
It really does change the whole landscape. Which brings us back to that fundamental point, the one hanging over everything.
If this court succeeds, if it actually manages to hold a leader, potentially a sitting leader, accountable,
then the whole idea of presidential immunity, as we've known it across Africa, it just
right,
fundamentally changes. It collapses entirely.
And if we connect the dots for you, our listener, think about what that means. Leaders who used to hide behind borders claim national sovereignty. That shield might be gone.
And citizens. They might start using the Afro Charter directly, going around national laws sometimes.
Invoking continental rights.
Exactly. And AU policy. It could start to genuinely override national policy in really crucial areas. Health, elections, the military, trade.
This isn't just a court case. It's potentially a massive shift in how the continent identifies itself, how it functions.
We're moving beyond, 55 nations just pretending to cooperate. This looks more like one government starting to ask questions nobody dared to ask before.
And the little details leaking out from day one in that chamber.
Yeah.
They just add to the drama, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Reports of the Southern African judge actually leaving the room in tears at one point.
Yeah. It's intense.
3 judges apparently got encrypted diplomatic calls during the session.
Whoa. Pressure from back home.
Who knows? And then there's a key witness under protection currently being flown to Egypt under AU security. Suggests their testimony is incredibly sensitive, maybe dangerous.
Absolutely. But the biggest piece of news from day one was...
they adjourned without picking a legal framework. They couldn't decide.
So the divisions are real.
Very real. They need 9 out of 13 votes to proceed with a specific approach. And right now, it's split. 5 judges favor ACIP, the strict accountability route.
Okay.
4 lean toward URG, the reconciliation path.
Right.
3 are apparently pushing for Code Omega, that mysterious sealed option.
The 99-year secret.
Exactly.
Right.
And 1 judge abstained completely, waiting for more information maybe, waiting to see which way the wind blows.
So it's deadlocked for now. The next session is tomorrow, apparently.
It's tomorrow. And the whole continent is basically holding its breath, waiting to see which vision of justice wins out.
In a world where everyone used to look outwards, maybe to The Hague or somewhere else for this kind of high-level justice, Africa has really gone and built its own temple of judgment.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A formidable one, it seems.
And this deep dive, I think it's really shown this massive shift, this evolution in continental identity. It's not just 55 nations going through the motions anymore.
No, it feels like one government stepping up, asking those tough questions that, frankly, weren't asked before.
And that erosion of presidential immunity, the treaty change, that's huge.
That silent guillotine quote really sticks with you, doesn't it? It's not just rhetoric. It signifies a fundamental change in the rules of the game for leaders.
So think about the ripple effects for you listening. Citizens potentially using the Afro Charter like a personal bill of rights against their own governments.
AU policy, possibly starting to dictate terms on things like elections or trade, overriding national laws. It's foundational.
It really is. So the question left hanging is, what does this radical new type of continental accountability truly mean for leadership, for sovereignty as we know it?
And for the future of justice. Not just in Africa, but maybe. Maybe as a model for other parts of the world struggling with similar issues of governance and international law.
Because, as one of our sources put it so powerfully, Africa isn't asking anymore, Africa is summoning.
Yeah, and that knock you might hear at the palace door.
It's not a queue, it's a clerk with a court order.